G'day everyone, I'm filming my introduction from inside my jacket because I'm going bait fishing in the Colombo Creek near Urana and it is very, very windy. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Right, now the audio in this video is going to deteriorate starting now. This is the Colombo Creek. Last time I was here, I came up here carp fishing and I caught 3 catfish and a few carp. I would be very surprised if I caught a catfish today, but I don't care. I'm happy just to catch a carp. I can't catch one lately, so I've come to a bit of a faithful spot that usually produces well. The Colombo Creek at Urana, and it's very, very windy today. So I think the audio in this video is going to be absolutely terrible. If there's one thing that the GoPro series of cameras does a lot better than the DJI, is it handles the wind noise a lot better. Anyway, let's stop talking cameras and wind and weather and put the lines in. Rod numero 10 has got 4 or 5 kernels of sweet corn, and I'm just going to put that out there in front of those reeds. So I've got corn on that rod. Rod numero 20 has got 2 janjuck worms. I wanted 1 corn and 1 worms just in case there is a catfish still wandering around, even though it's the middle of winter. I just think if there's a catfish here, it's probably more likely to take the worms than the corn. In saying that, I'm not an expert in catfish, but I've caught them here on worms before. There's an old saying about the wind when you're fishing. When the wind blows from the north, the fish come forth. When it blows from the east, the fish bite least. When it blows from the south, you've got to put the bait near their mouth. And when the wind blows from the west, the fish bite best. And guess what? It's coming directly from the east when the fish bite least. This very strong wind is an easterly wind, my least favourite type of wind to fish in. This is ridiculous. Just had my first bite. It's been so hard to detect bites, but that was definitely a bite. Oh, there's a bite, there's a bite, there's a bite. The first bite, come on, come on. Got him. Actually, not the first bite, it's the second. Oh, done him. Bugger. Bugger, 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 bugger. Been here an hour and a half. That's the second bite. The same worm still on, so I might just put that back out there. I doubt very much whether it'll come back. Damn it. I don't mind losing fish if I see them, but when I don't see them like that, that's when I get cranky. I don't know whether it was a carp or a catfish. It's taken me so long to get it. I had a nibble earlier, 1 small nibble. It's taken me so long to get that bite. I had 1 little nibble on there earlier and then that nice bite, not a touch on the corn. I'm thinking I might give the corn the flick and just go the double worms. Here we go, there's a bite, there's a bite. Come on, come on. While the wind's died off. Come on. Got him! Finally, yes, hooked up. What have I got, a carp or a catty? It's a carpio. Oh, yeah. Had a few nibbles. He's crossed over the other line. Crossing over with El Carpio. I've got to keep him away from this other line. Oh, I don't go near the other line. He's not a monster, but he's feisty. I've got to try and get that under there without the fish getting off. Right, now I'm glad I've got my landing net here. He's not a biggie, he's not a monster, but it's a carp. I'm on the board, I'm guessing 50 centimetres on the dot. I was going to say 55, but no, he's not that big. I'm guessing 50 centimetres. Let's get a photo! I'm excited! It's been the toughest winter that I can remember since forever to catch a carp. Where's my tape measure? It's a good thing we don't want these things back in the water because he's been out for ages while I stuffed around looking for the tape measure. If it was a cod or a yellow belly, I would have just had to guess and put it back. Here he is, 52 centimetres. And you can see, I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but you can see he's got quite a bit of orange. Coming from that way, you can see he's got a fair bit of orange in him, which some carp do get. Alright, put this carp to sleep and get my line back in. Can I catch a second fish? It's taken me nearly 2 hours to get the first one. That was the Jan Juck Daily Double that caught that carp. So I've just put 2 more on. Don't call them moron. Right, let's go out there. Wind, wind, wind. I know why it's windy. Because out here in the Riverina, where it's really, really flat, every paddock has a number of windmills in it. And when we get a warm, calm day, the farmers crank them windmills right up to really get the breeze blowing through and keeping the sheep cool. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. Getting a bite, getting a bite. Come on. Come on, first one for ages. Was it a nibble or was it just the wind? I just hooked a fish and lost it. It was only a real faint bite and I didn't get it on camera because I picked up my rod and set the hook before I hit go on the camera, just to ensure that I got the hook up. Because the fishing's been so slow, I thought, well, I'll just make sure that I get the hook up. But it wasn't. It's funny, it swam left and right a little bit, but I didn't feel any weight. I reckon that was a bite. Yes, definitely something playing with that there. I might just open the bail a bit and let it just swim with me worms for a second. There was definitely something playing with that then. So hard with the wind. Got him! Ha ha! Fishy number 2! About the same size as fish number 1. I've had a few nibbles. The problem I've got, it's another carp. Yeah, it's actually quite a bit smaller than the first fish. The problem that I've got is that the nibbles are so faint at this time of year. You may have seen a video that I made the other day called "That was a big bite for a small fish." Sorry, that was a small bite for a big fish. Well, it's hard to detect those really faint nibbles when I'm fishing in bloody Hurricane Katrina. Might just beach this one, I think. Yeah, I'm going to regret this. I've got a landing net right behind me. Alright, here we go, here we go. He's in trouble. Got him! Yes, fish number 2. It's 3:30. It's only taken 3.5 hours, and that's okay. It's beautiful sitting here in the sun. Let's get a measurement. Yes, probably able to get a measurement and see how long it is so that you can get your line back in the water. Yes, thanks very much, Tony. I've actually got Loretta with me today. We pulled up here about 3 hours ago, or a bit over, and I said, you take my car for a drive up the road if you want, see if you can get some bird photos, and I haven't seen her since. Sit, 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 sit. Shh, 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 shh. It is 44 centimetres. 44 centimetres. What was the other one? 52. I've caught 96 centimetres of carp. Anyway, I'll put this one to sleep and get my line back in. A couple of fresh worms and it's time to put my line back in. Well, it's slow, but there's a few carp, 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 carp around. Carp, 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 carp around. Carp, 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 carp around. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see if I can catch a third one. When we got here, I said to Loretta, what's the guess? I reckon I'll catch 3 carp. I think I'm going to catch one more to have nailed it. There's a whistling kite. Whistling kite. Just had a nibble on this rod on the right. Just had a really nice bite. Again, he's still out there. Oh, come on, come back, come back. That was a good bite. That was a good bite. Come on. Yeah, something's still playing with it, I think. I reckon he felt the weight of the rod tip, that one. There he goes. Oh, got him! Yeah! Fish number 3! Your beauty! Is that a catty or a carpy? I'm guessing a carpy, but you never know. And it's a little carpy. It's a little old carpio. Look! He's so beautiful. I'm not. A carpio silhouetteo. What if I go there? You can see his colour and his size I'm not going to get a measurement, I'm just going to rely on the iometer, and I reckon that that one there is about 29.64 centimetres. And that's what we call backlighting. That's a backlit carp. It means it's a silhouette with a white line around it. And I stop talking crap, get the line back in. Well, I only caught the 3 carp. I'm about to pack up, but given it's the middle of winter, I'll take that. I'm happy with that. That's a good result. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this carp fishing adventure.